to really...
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's world title fight at 140 pounds between world champion Gary Antuanne Russell and the challenger Andy Hiraoka. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to like this video? Could you also remember to subscribe? Become a member of our Johnny Says Boxing VIP Insider Group. We're a growing Discord community. We're approaching 400 JSB Insiders. You can either join here on YouTube to be an insider or join on Patreon. Whichever way you choose, it's a couple dollars a month and it gets you access to our world famous professional betting Discord. That link is pinned in the comment section below, so click it to find out more. Going into fight week, I was actually worried this fight was going to be canceled due to some tweets saying that Hiraoka was stuck at an airport in Japan due to visa issues. I woke up this morning with another tweet saying that he's on a plane and en route to Las Vegas. So sit comfortably. Hopefully both fighters make weight, and we have a good old-fashioned southpaw slugging firefight with the belt on the line. We know Gary Antuanne Russell's only blemish was a close decision loss to Alberto Puello. We also know that Andy Hiraoka is undefeated. The Japanese southpaw is a slugging fighter at range, doing his best work controlling the distance and walking you on to shots. So in this video, what we're gonna do is break down both fighters' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business. And like always, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction, telling you where to put your money. All right, guys, Andy Hiraoka, when we're talking about inactivity, you have to be pretty inactive to have less fights in a calendar year than Gary Antuanne Russell. Because I always say, even though GAR is one of my favorite fighters, his inactivity bothers me. As of late, he's been the more active fighter. He's had one fight a year since 2020. We saw him once last year looking phenomenal against Rayo Valenzuela in his comeback fight after his only loss to Alberto Puello. That loss going into the 6th round, I had GAR up 4-1, and then his volume started decreasing. I feel like it was a tactical issue, maybe a cardio issue, and the 5'9" southpaw Alberto Puello fought his way back into the fight, was winning a lot of the mid to late rounds close, and he was awarded a split decision. Moving forward, we saw GAR respond back in a pillar to post beatdown against a very tough Rayo Valenzuela. In my opinion, we watched GAR elevate. He's great at range, he's great in the pocket. He has great world-class elite hand speed, and we know about his power. I feel going into the Puello fight, he was 17-0 with 17 knockouts. That knockout-to-win ratio and his undefeated record went to the wayside, but sometimes with young fighters with a lot of pressure on them since the amateurs, in GAR's case, a loss or a statistical defeat really isn't the end of the world, and we watched that in his rebound fight against Rayo. With Andy Hiraoka, this guy has kind of had this aura about him as being a knockout artist from Japan. He knocked out Jin Sasaki in 2021, already 5 years ago. We know the same Jin Sasaki who since that defeat went on a long run and put himself in a position on the world level against Brian Norman Jr. in a fight that didn't go his way as well. Hiraoka's only fight in recent memory was in 2024. He was shelved in 2025 for various reasons. We saw him knock out in the 9th round Ismael Barrosa in a fight to where he was in full control, and he finally walked Barrosa onto a beautiful counter backhand and got him out of there. So this will be his first fight since 2024. What I want to do right now is take a closer look at the challenger, Andy Hiraoka, and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Hiraoka's 24-0 with 19 knockouts. He's not currently ranked in BoxRec's algorithm at 140 pounds due to his inactivity. He's fought a career total of 123 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 79% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as the Blade, and the southpaw is a 5'11" fighter with a 74-inch reach. He was born and raised and lives in Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan. We last saw him fight Ishmael Barroso, 25-4, stopped him in the 9th. Maldonado, 18-6, stopped him in the 5th. Minyo Jung, 13-3, stopped him in the 8th. Lagambe, 13-5, stopped him in the 2nd. Akaiwa, 7-3, stopped him in the 6th. So this is a guy who likes to stop people. He has exceptional power, very big, long, and rangy for the division. You don't see many 5'10" plus fighters at 140 pounds, and in this fight, we're gonna get 2 of them. They operate kind of at their own different paces, though. Don't think with Hiraoka you're gonna see a atypical front foot, blood and guts in the pocket the entire fighter like we see a lot coming out of Japan. Hiraoka goes about his business a little bit more patient. I feel he's most comfortable at range. I'm not saying he's not versatile, because he could fight in the pocket as well. Probably my favorite tool of Hiraoka's is his lead hook. So GAR has to be careful at that. GAR is definitely not going to want to fight at Hiraoka's pace, and GAR is definitely going to want to use his speed and pressure to take the fight where he's more comfortable. I feel that's going to be on the inside. Hiraoka's going to have to use his jab and be patient with Antuanne Russell. I feel Hiraoka's power will be on par. My issue with Hiraoka, though, is his resume up until this point. We haven't seen him on the world level. A lot of people don't know his name, but the blade is very live in this fight. And when you have power, size, and range like Hiraoka, you're going to be in every fight, thus being 24-0 with 19 knockouts. Let's take a look at the world champion and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Russell is 18-1. Of his 18 wins, 17 of them come by way of knockout. His one loss was by a decision. Out of 2,694 fighters in the world at 140, he's ranked 15. He's fought a career total of 70 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 94% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as The Last, and the 29-year-old American is a 5'10" southpaw with a 69-inch reach. He was born and raised and lives in Capitol Heights, Maryland, USA. We last saw him fighting against Rayo Valenzuela, 14-2, won a UD in the 12th. Puello, 22-0, lost a split decision in the 12th. Cruz, 16-0, stopped him in the 1st. Barthélemy, 29-1, stopped him in the 6th. Victor Postal, 31-3, stopped him in the 10th. So since 2019, Antuanne Russell has averaged 1 fight a year. It seems to me he's working to be more active. He is a world champion right now. Let's remember who the world champions are at 140, the pecking order. Dalton Smith is a world champion. You have Shakurstevenson, Richardson Hitchens, who's fighting on this same card in a very exciting fight against Oscar Duarte. And then you have Antuanne Russell. If you ask me, I put Antuanne Russell. I mean, the BoxRec algorithm doesn't agree. He's not even in the top 10 of their system at 140 pounds. I put GAR with another great performance, another world-class performance here. He's fringing on my top 10 pound for pound list. I love how he operates. It's his speed for me and his understanding of the ring. He's able to make these split-second decisions on the real estate of where he likes the fight to take place. He has the power, he has the size, and you can't overlook his body punching as well. When I think about these guys, how they match up, I think Hiraoka's shortcomings in this fight, if there are shortcomings, if we do see this come to fruition, will be his defense. Even if you watch the finishing sequence of the Ishmael Barroso fight in 2024, Hiraoka has these lulls where his hands are down. He goes over his front knee and gets off balance on that front foot, and his chin is high. I feel if he does that against Antuanne Russell, Russell's speed and countering and power is going to make him pay. So that's something to keep an eye on if you're an Andy Hiraoka better on this fight. Guys, before I take a closer look at the current Las Vegas odds, I want to remind everyone, I do live streams every single day. That's where I interact with you guys. We do the live streams on Patreon now as well, so you get them on YouTube and Patreon, so be sure to subscribe. But we do our over and unders, our props of the weeks, our dogs of the weeks, our long parlays, method of victories. In these Stats Don't Lie videos, like the one you're watching now, you're only going to get my money line prediction. Wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps. Currently on the money line, the world champion Antuanne Russell is $1.34 favored. You put 100 on GAR, you get your money back plus 34 bucks. Hiraoka is a $3.60 dog. 100 on Andy, you get your money back plus $260. Hiraoka is not quite a 3-to-1 dog. I think he's live here. An undefeated knockout artist, 5'11" southpaw at 140 pounds, 100% he's live. What we're going to see, I feel, is there a gap between skill set? Is there a gap between competition? And will Andy Hiraoka be able to compete on the biggest stage, the brightest lights in Las Vegas, featured Will he be able to step up and perform against Antuanne Russell? Where I'm putting my money, I don't have a hat near me. I'm going to say no. I love GAR in this matchup. I feel that Hiraoka's style is going to be tailor-made to make Antuanne Russell look amazing. I expect another world-class performance, and I think it's only a matter of time until we see Antuanne Russell's name in the main marquee headlining event in Las Vegas. So guys, this is not an echo chamber. You do not have to agree with me. In the comments section below, let me know who you like. Is it going to be and still for Russell, or is it going to be and new for Hiraoka? Also, Patreon boys and the JSB insiders in the Discord, check the posts. I just gave you my method of victory for this fight, and it's paying close to 2-1. Guys, also stay tuned to the channel. If you haven't seen my breakdown, prediction, and analysis of another world title fight at 147 pounds between the world champion Mario Barrios and the challenger Ryan Garcia, stay tuned because that's coming up right now.